Hi folks, Rich Pacini from RJPacini.com coming to you today to do a brief demo on this keyboard here. It's the Microsoft Natural MultiMedia keyboard, ergonomic, and I just want to do a little test on it for you. Just want to show you that it does work. I just want to go through it really quick, tell you a little about it before I get into it. This keyboard here is in pretty clean condition with a little minor wear on, a little minor scuff marks, but overall it's very clean. I don't know if you can see that in the camera here, but the keyboard is very clean. All right, and I got the screen minimized, so I'm sorry about that, folks, but you can see it's a pretty clean keyboard. The back on it, however, does have scuff marks on it. I don't know if you can see that in the screen, but it does have scuff marks on it. Okay, I put in the ad that it's missing one of these lifts here. It's got the one on here, but if the keyboard's facing you this way, it's the one on the left side that it's missing. Okay, as a rule, I don't pick up keyboards like this here when they're missing a part like that, because I figure I like to always try to get them in pretty much pristine condition, clean as possible, and have everything functional on it. Apparently, this one here caught my eye. It is a nice keyboard. I see other sellers, selling these things for decent prices and stuff like that. If you're a person that doesn't bother you, where you're worried about the lift where you could elevate a little and it doesn't bother you, then you get yourself a nice, clean, working keyboard. And I just want to, I'm going to do a little demo on it, show you that it does work. There's some of the, the keys, some of the keys, well, most of the keys are all the keys are functional on this thing. And I have a Microsoft Word that I'm going to use to demo it, and you're going to see it live because I'm going to face the webcam on the keyboard as I'm hitting the keys, so you'll see it for yourself. I do have a buy it now price, I have a buy it now price, but I also have a best offer. If you do want to make a best offer on it, I do accept some of them, but if they're too low ball offers, I will not, accept it. I'll decline it. I'm not going to sell this for $10 or anything like that. But if it's a decent price, I will work with you on it. I do work with best offers. Matter of fact, a good majority, I'd say almost all my listings have best offers on them. So I do work with them. But like I said again, within reason. So anyway, without further ado, this is a PS2 connector here, as you can see. Okay. Now, if that poses to be a problem with it being a PS2 connector, and if your computer doesn't have a PS2 connector, they have here what they got here, folks. I don't know if you're familiar with these here. It's I got this at my local computer store, Micro Center over here on the East Coast here, where I live in New York. And it's a USB to PS2. I'm sure you can pick them up online, or you probably have a computer store near you. You could pick one up as well. This, however, is not included. This here I use for testing purposes only. So I'm gonna plug it because I don't have a PS2. I'm gonna plug it in the front port of my computer. I have USB ports there. So please keep that in mind. This is not included with the keyboard. Okay, it does give you two. Like you got one here for your mouse, and you got the one for the keyboard. So if you have PS2 mouse and a PS2 keyboard, you could still use them even with today's computers. Windows will detect it. So you just plug this in, pop it in there, and you're good to go. I'm going to point the webcam down here and show you what I'm doing, and then I'm going to split screen it, and then you're going to see as I'm hitting the keys, you're going to be able to see that when I hit the keys, it's going to come up on the screen. That's why I said we're doing a screen share here. So you're seeing what I see is what you'll see. So I'm just going to do this live. And the reason why I like to do these live, folks, if this is the first time you come to my channel, I do these live videos for the potential buyers to see what they're getting, that they're not going to be surprised that when they get it home and they plug it in and say, oh my gosh, it doesn't work. Why did I buy from that guy? It doesn't work. It's crazy. I like doing videos. I think it's very helpful. I think it gives the potential buyer an opportunity to see what they're getting beforehand, and it gives you the opportunity to whether you want to buy it or not. You might see somebody else you might want to buy it from. But I like to do my videos this way. And I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to plug this in. You're going to hear an audible sound. That's just acknowledging that my computer is initializing the keyboard and that it is going to work. You'll hear a sound. Okay. Now, you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing here. Let me move these wires out. You're also seeing I have a Logitech keyboard. This is my Logitech keyboard here. That's what I use. So let's get started here. I'm going to move this to a window. I have a Microsoft Word over here. All right. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to go to the keys. I'm going to go through all the keys to show you that all the keys work. Okay, as you can see here. I know it seems kind of silly, folks, but you know what? I've had in the past where I had a keyboard where one key was dead, and that really irked me, you know, to send it back. So that's why I'm doing it. I don't want to see you guys get stuck with that. Okay, so I'm going through all the keys here, and I will go up in the uppercase as well. I know it seems like the extreme to go through this here, but you know what? I'd rather do it this way. Now I hit the caps lock. You can see over here, I know the screen's kind of distant, but you can see over here the cap lock went on. There are 3 indicator lights here. One is for the F lock here. This is for the function keys, I guess, up here to make these work. And this one here, I think, is for the, I'm not sure if this is a page. Oh, no, I think this one here is the num lock. Okay, so I want to show you the num lock key works too. The num lock light is on. As you can see, it's 2 now. And here's the F lock. So you get all 3 lights, indicator lights that do work. Okay, this is your F lock. The F lock, I believe, is for all of these great keys here. I think that's why it's still in this category here, right over here, this row here. But anyway, let me undo this. Let me undo the num lock, and we'll get back to that later. Well, the num lock, of course, if you want to see that as well, because a lot of people, like if you're in accounting or you work a lot with key, numerics, like you're dealing with accounting or whatever, you're doing some computations. That's where the num lock will come in. So you hit that button on, you can see the lights on, and you can see here all your keys work. Okay, you can see it on the screen. We are seeing what I see. Okay, so we'll take that. So we know the num lock key works. Okay, this is the cap lock now, right? Okay, here's the cap lock. So the cap lock went on, and now we're going to move it down. We're going to hit the enter button here, and now we're going to do all the keys again. And this is all the special keys. Well, this is your numbers here on top. Okay. Okay, you can see uppercase, lowercase works. Okay, here is your Windows Start key. As you can see, it does work. You hit it again, it goes off. Okay, you got to think now. This one, I'm not sure what this key is here. This is okay. This is I don't know what that key actually represents. Okay, I don't know. I guess it's the copy and paste key, maybe. I'm sorry, I don't know too much about this keyboard as far as that part goes. Here you have a document key. Now, take note, folks. There's nothing wrong with the keyboard at all. Like you might say, well, how come this doesn't work and that doesn't work? I don't know if I have it set up right now. Let me get rid of this here. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let me close this out here. All right. Now, over here, get the 2 keyboards here. When you hit the calculator button, here's the calc button. I know it's hard to see because it's small, but here's the calculator button. Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there it is. Now, you see the calculator window comes up. So we know that works. I'm going to close that out. Okay. So that's the calculator button. I don't want to do the sleep any longer because we'll be bumped out of the video, okay? So I'm going to do keys that do work. Your print screen key will work. I don't want to do that because, again, I don't know if that's going to do anything. Here you have over here my document. Now, here you got my document, okay? Now, this one here, I'm not sure. As you say, well, you hit that button. How come it's not working? I don't know if it's something that's set up. Let's try the F lock and see what happens here. See, I don't know, like certain things with this. There's no software with this, so you might have to install software. I don't know. Then you got one that says for my pitches. Let me take that off. Let's see my pitches. These are the keys that, like I said, 2 keys up here might not go the way 100% here. So let's get rid of. Let's hit the F lock again. Hit my music. I know I hit it the last time it worked. For some reason, it's not kicking on here. It was earlier doing it. Okay. Oh, unless I'm doing the wrong one. Maybe this one is. I know I did. Here we go. I guess this one here. Groove. All right, so it goes on the Groove Music. This one here, My Music. I guess that's something you got to set up. That's probably why it didn't work. I don't have anything set up for My Music. So as you can see, when you hit Media, you do get the music here. It comes up. It's got the little keynotes here. I know, again, you can't see it. Here's one now. I'm going to close this so it doesn't confuse you. So you see what's going on here. Let me close this one out again. We'll leave that one there. Here's one for mail. Okay, now... this is my mail. I'm not going to leave it on too long because I got my personal stuff on here. But you can see it activated my mail on there. Okay. Now, if you want to go to your web homepage, you go to this. You click this button. This is all done live, folks. So now I have Windows open. Now I do have let me try this again. All right, there it is. It's a little hesitant because if you look on the bottom here, I have a whole bunch of windows open up. You see? So that's why it took a little longer. Okay, folks? So that's what happens here. All right. So let's go back out of here. Let me back out of this one here. As you can see, the My Web homepage works as far as that goes. If I can kick it out here. Let me see if I can kick it out. It's not responding. Okay. let's see what else we got here. Now we have over here for Messenger. Now I don't have Messenger hooked up, so you're probably not gonna. This is probably not gonna activate. Now again, I don't know with this keyboard, with these type of keyboards. I believe software will come with them. I'm not sure. Where you can upload to make more everything more actually things function more. But as you can see, a majority of the keys, all the keys work here. Numlock keys work. The F-lock keys work too. I think to activate these here, like the spell, like if you hit the F-lock button, let's see. Okay, folks, I think I got. I'm sorry, folks. I think I just got bumped off when I hit the screen recorder button. I'm not going to play too much around with this here. Because when I hit these other function keys, it kind of like knocks me out here. I'm looking at my thing just paused momentarily. I'm sorry about that, folks. So that's basically what you got going on here. All the keys work. As you can see, they all work. The up and down button keys, I'm sure, work too. But you know what it is? Every time I'm doing live demos like this, I hit the wrong key. That happened once before. Let me just bump up here instead of seeing hands here. I've done that in the past where I was doing a demo like I am. And when I did it, I hit a key and it just knocked me off. It just knocked me off of the webcam. So again, that's what this video is for. It's for the Microsoft Natural Keyboard and Multimedia Keyboard. If you have any questions, that you want to answer, you need to be answered or whatever. If I could help you out in any way, this is what we got going on. Again, it's for the keyboard here, and as you can see, it does light up. All the keys do work. Okay, the F-lock key and your numlock key. Okay, so and we got back to my email again here, folks. We keep bumping back and forth here. I'm sorry about that. I'm not gonna hit any more keys. You can see all of them light up, so you know what you're getting if you buy it from me. My name again is, if this is the first time landing on my YouTube channel, my name is Rich Pacini from RJPacini.com. I do sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos. And again, if people are wondering why does a guy who sells go through all this trouble to, talk about items he sells, it's to give the potential buyer, the potential buyer, a little preview of what you're going to get, a little kind of like a heads up. I tell you a little about if there's something wrong with the item, if it's damaged, scratched, dings, dents, or whatever, parts not working, not working, so on and so forth. It's to give the potential buyer a heads up as to what they're buying from me. I do this on a lot of things. If you look at my YouTube channel, I cover other topics besides doing demos and intro videos. I do sneak peek videos when I pick up new items. And that again, and people probably wondering why I do the sneak peek. If I buy something on a Friday, I go sourcing on a Friday, I'll come home, depending if it's late in the evening, I'll do a sneak peek video telling you, describing what's going to be, show you what I picked up. And that's for the next day, so Saturday, hopefully Saturday, sometime Saturday, whether it be in the morning or afternoon. It will be on eBay, and it gives you a first come, first served basis. So, for people that land on a channel and they see, they see the items that I'm selling, you might, you want to get dibs on it. Maybe you like it. Maybe you've been shopping around and you've seen, other people didn't have what I have, what you're looking for, and I have it, and you're interested in it. It gives you a first come, first served basis. That's basically what it's all about. If you like what I do with these videos, please subscribe to my channel. You'll be getting updates like whenever I come up with new videos. If you want to put me on your eBay watch list, or you want to keep me as you want to save me as a favorite seller, you can see it's right down here. You would just click this on. I know it has a lot because of some dashes over here. I changed the name. It used to just be RJ Pacini, but then I changed the name to Shop RJ Pacini for great deals. So you would do is if you click on this here, or if you just type this in on your user ID, type in my eBay user ID, you'll get my information like that as well. You don't have to type all this stuff. You could just say save seller. And if you like the items I sell, and then again, when new items come out, I believe that's the way it works. You'll be notified that I just listed new stuff. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, folks. But anyway, that's what this demo video is all about. It's about this keyboard, the Microsoft keyboard. And again, if it helps, give it a thumbs up. And I would love to, again, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, let's say as a subscriber. Thanks again, guys. I will talk to you soon. You take care and have a great day. Bye now.